Hey everybody, it's the Toxic Teacher here, and I wanted to show you some stuff in regards to kind of for beginning streamers, a couple of good utilities that I found that can help you out in terms of knowing what to stream, when to stream it, and maybe how to get off the ground a little bit sooner. I was able to use both of these utilities and hit affiliate in my first week of streaming. I had somebody show these to me and I found them really helpful, so I just wanted to pass this on. I've shown the videos to a couple of people and they said, well, why don't you put this on YouTube so everybody can see it? So I thought I would do that, and this is my first attempt to help other people. I'm not a big streamer by any means. You know, I'm still in the very beginning stages. So hopefully this helps you. I've just found it very helpful for me. So the first thing I'm showing you is this website called Sully Gnome. You just go to sullygnome.com and it'll pull up there. Let me click off that. But what Sully Gnome is it gives you a lot of analytics and statistics, as it says up at the top, about your channel, about any other channel, about the games on Twitch. So this is specific to you Twitch streamers. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my channel, and this is done best after you have streamed a few times and after you probably streamed a few different games. So what I'm going to do is you can, up here at the top, you can go to 14 days, 30 days, or whatever. So I'm going to go to the past 30 days. I've been streaming for about 30 days, and you can see all kinds of different things about which games I've streamed, how long I've streamed, how many viewers, my peaks and valleys, and all of that stuff. Like I said, I'm still in the very beginning stages, but I was able to hit affiliate, which is the first big step for the beginning streamers. My average is going up very, very slowly. I started out with 1 or 2 average, have been able to get it up to 6 in just a few weeks. But here is the best thing about Sully Gnome. It's got all of these different things: streams, games, long-term activity. But here, if you go over to Game Picker, this is what I really like. This is what somebody showed me. And you've got to have data to be able to get this information. So if you don't have the data yet, if you have not been streaming very long, this may not be as valuable to you. I would stream a few games, both big and small. I would also wait until you kind of get an average of how many viewers you're going to have. This may take about a week to get these. It outputs everything in a table format, which can take a little bit of time, depending on how long you've been streaming, how much data you're trying to pull, and then the website itself, how fast is the website going. So we're just going to wait for a couple of seconds. You know what I could probably do while that's pulling up is go ahead and pull up the second website. You could go to twitchstrike.com. This is the other one that I found that's very helpful here. So let's go back. Now, this one is still loading, so that's taking a while. So what Twitch Strike is, let's shift gears. What Twitch Strike is this is not as specific to you. This is more about when to stream certain games and which games to stream. So what I would do here is I would look for the games that I like to stream. So, I'm big WWE 2K20, as you saw. So I'm going to put in WWE 2K20 here. I'm going to search that. There it is with old Becky Lynch and Roman Reigns there. Now, one of the important things to do on here is to put your time zone, so you can get the times that you need. So I'm going to do Central Time. That's where I am. Okay, and now what it does here is if you scroll down, it gives you these maps. And what these maps are really good for is teaching you what to stream and when to stream it. So the two that I look at, or I guess you could look at all three, but the two big ones are the ratio map and the viewer's heat map. This one on the right is good because it tells you when are people watching this game. Notice here, if we're looking at the WWE 2K, right, we're looking at 2K20. If we look here, we can see, oh, in the mornings, there are not that many people watching. If we look at 5 a.m. on Monday, there's only 8 people watching. So obviously, you probably don't want to stream at that time. Notice all of our activity is in the evening. We can get the times and days of the week here. Notice if you're going to stream at prime time, 7, 8 p.m., there are certain days that are better than others. Wednesday is a big no-no. Now, you non-wrestling people would say, well, why is nobody watching on Wednesday? Well, wrestling comes on Wednesdays on TV, AEW and NXT. So all of those fans are probably out watching wrestling, and that might be why they're not watching the WWE streams. Now Saturday is also a no-go day here. Very few. Notice here on Saturdays at 10 p.m. there's hardly anyone watching at all. So I know if I'm going to set up a consistent schedule, which is what you want to do as a streamer, that you do not want to stream on Wednesday nights or Saturday nights. So if I'm going to set up a schedule, I'm going to make Thursday and Friday my big days. Monday also would be a big one. And then Tuesday if I'm going to do a little bit later. So this gives you an idea of the times to stream this particular game. The ratio map here is showing kind of how many people are watching each stream. So that will give you, okay, if the ratio is high, see, there are 20 channels going with 173 viewers. That means I am more likely to get more viewers at those high ratio times. Low ratio times, I'm not going to get very many viewers. In the channels heat map is just showing you how many people are streaming those games. So, you know, then you run into the thing, do I want to be at a high peak time when there are a bunch of people streaming, or do I want to try to sneak in when there aren't as many? So hopefully that gives you an idea. So you could pull that for any game. You know, it doesn't have to be a niche game. It could be a mainstream game. But just remember, you know, a lot of people will recommend on those mainstream games to, you know, that it might be harder to get off the ground on the mainstream games. We are still running into some technical difficulties on Sully Gnome. So let me go back to 14 days and see if that is going to pull. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It did pull. So notice the 30 days didn't, 14 days will. Okay, so the main thing about Sully Gnome is it shows my average channel viewers, 6 here, and then it shows the estimated directory position. So this is whenever somebody pulls up. If a viewer goes into WWE 2K20, where are you going to land on the results? So if I was to stream right now with 6 average viewers, I would be number 4. I would be right there on top, ready to roll with WWE 2K20. Whereas if I stream Fortnite, I'm going to be number 1,000 down. And who is going to look at the 1,000th person on Fortnite? Not very many people will. So that is not going to be very beneficial to me, probably. Jackbox Party Pack, I'm going to be number 13. Dying Light, 6 or 7. There. The other big one to look at on here is the average followers per hour. If I were to stream WWE right now, I would average about almost 2 new followers per hour, which is great for a beginning streamer. Whereas if I stream Mario Maker 2, I'm going to average per hour less than 1. So if your goal is growth, Sully Gnome is a good tool for that. Whereas Twitch Strike is more about, you know, what game should I stream and when. If we were going to do Call of Duty, you know, a lot of people playing Call of Duty right now. If we want to look that up, which one? Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You know, you can look up. Let's say I'm, you know, I'm not trying to do the new Call of Duty. Okay, let's say I'm into Call of Duty World War II. You know, I like the old stuff, and I'm an old guy, so whatever. Make sure my time zone's good. This would give me a good map here. Notice Saturday is a little bit bigger. So if I'm not streaming WWE 2K and I love Call of Duty World War II, I would make Call of Duty World War II my Saturday night game. Notice also this fills in that Wednesday gap as well. So that is another thing to consider. Now, on Sully Gnome, notice it's only showing the games that I've streamed in the past 14 days. So what I would do is I'd need to build up some data on Call of Duty World War II. I need to stream it a couple of times so it shows up in my chart and it shows, my average viewers per hour and all of that stuff. Hopefully that helps you guys. Subscribe to the channel, guys. You can find me on Twitch TV at The Toxic Teacher. You already see what I'm streaming because it's right there. So hopefully this helps. Comment if you need anything else or have any other questions. Like I said, I don't claim to be an expert. This is just something that helped me and I wanted to pass it along to you. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you later or see you on Twitch.